Welcome to the Wisdom of Love series, which is part of the Advanced Wisdom series. This series will include about 100 episodes that deeply convey the power and joy of living a life inspired and filled with love. The genesis of this series comes from an intensely painful personal loss. When the 50-year love of my life died tragically and unexpectedly. With great fear and trepidation, I at least temporarily faced the prospect of a life without love for my remaining years. A wise sage inspired me to explore deeply and live love's many other powerful dimensions. Together, you and I, will explore the breadth and depth of how we can flourish with more love than we have today. The possibilities for more love in your life are extraordinary and inspiring. We discover these possibilities in music, real-life stories, the great wisdom traditions, and then mind-blowing research. Are you ready to have more love in your life? Starting today? Great. Welcome. This is a different kind of episode. I previously did one about Lennon and McCartney and All You Need Is Love, and the factors that inspired them to produce that song were what was going on in the broader culture of the 60s, as well as what was going on in their own individual love lives from Lennon and McCartney. This is the story of Dolly Parton and one of the mega love songs of all time, and that is I Will Always Love You, which has the distinction of being number one on the music charts in 3 different decades, with Whitney Houston's performance being just beyond description, okay? So Dolly wrote this song early on in her life, similar to the Beatles writing their song, All You Need Is Love. And the Beatles went on with that to produce a library of music that's just unmatched. Dolly went on from writing this song to create a life in a very different and more expansive way. And I certainly don't know her heart for sure, but I think she's one of the best people on planet Earth at this point in time. I just love her. Have such an admiration for what she's done and continues to do. And the genesis of this particular song, when we get into it here in a moment, comes from rather maybe narrow circumstances. But it shows the expansiveness of her heart and her capabilities to love and give. And I'll get into that also. So this is a little bit difficult and unusual story to tell, so kind of bear with me as we go through this, okay? Dolly got one of her first breaks in music and entertainment when she teamed up with Porter Wagoner and worked together for nearly a decade, beginning in 1967 when she joined Porter's television program, The Porter Wagoner Show, a country music. This partnership was pivotal for Parton as Wagoner gained her visibility in the country music industry, and boy did she. During the time together, they recorded several albums and numerous hits, including Joshua and The Last Thing on My Mind. Their performances were characterized by a strong chemistry, complementing styles which contributed to their popularity. However, as Parton's career began to soar, she felt the need to pursue her own path, not in the shadow of Porter, leading to her decision to leave the show in the early 1970s. This transition inspired her to write I Will Always Love You, because it was a heartfelt farewell to Wagner, expressing her gratitude and the bittersweet nature of their separation. By all accounts, it was not easy. Parton has mentioned that her intention was to convey a sense of bittersweet goodbye, highlight the deep appreciation she felt for Wagner and the impact he'd had on her career. This song has since become a timeless classic, as we well know. But this was really helping Porter with the separation, if you will, of their long-time, extremely successful win-win experience. And by all accounts, it was very difficult on Porter. Okay? Well, and a little bit of a side here, besides writing I Will Always Love You, reportedly she also wrote Jolene in the same night. Jolene was kind of like a love song, but take my love to song and don't take my man, if you know what the story is about. So it was in this that she wrote I Will Always Love You, essentially for Porter. Gratitude, the relationship doesn't end, you'll always have a place in my heart, all of that. Just a wonderful human being. Well, this wonderful human being that we saw back then proceeded to do the following in her life. A renowned singer, songwriter, actress, philanthropist. Here's just a few of the key highlights. She's released over 50 albums. Over 50 albums. Like Jolene, 9 to 5, I'll Always Love You, won numerous awards, many Grammy Awards and country music awards. Songwriting, she's celebrated for her songwriting skills with over 3,000 songs to her name. And reportedly, she's at this late stage in her life looking for opportunities to take many of those that didn't make it and help them live another day. So with I Will Always Love You, covered by numerous artists, most notably was Whitney Houston. Dolly tells the story of driving home and listening to the radio, and for the first time hearing on the radio Whitney do that song, and she was so taken that she had to pull her car over on the side of the road, tears in her eyes, as she listened to this just monstrous, beautiful performance by Whitney. She was also an actor. She appeared in several films and television shows, including 9 to 5, Steel Magnolias, and her own television specials. And for 9 to 5, she wrote the title song. She also, in 1986, co-founded Dollywood, kind of like an Appalachian Disneyland, if you will, that celebrates her Appalachian heritage, which is kind of well known. And it became one of the most popular tourist attractions, not only in the area, but in the United States. She's noted for her philanthropy. Probably most famously, she founded the Imagination Library, a program that provides free books to children from birth to age 5. This initiative has distributed millions of books worldwide. Okay? Her cultural impact as an icon of country music has influenced countless artists across various genres as a role model and supporter and everything. Her distinctive style and persona have made her a beloved figure in American culture. And I'll sign up for being a beloved figure, as she certainly is. No surprise, she's received lots of honors, induction into the Country Music Hall of Fame, Songwriters Hall of Fame. And in 2021, when I first heard this, I went, what? She was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And if you're a Dolly fan and you didn't see her performance there, go onto YouTube and search for her Rock and Roll Hall of Fame performance. Business ventures, she's had a whole bunch of businesses, her own line of merchandise, restaurants, all that sort of stuff in her brand. And this last one, the trust that people have in her In November 2022, Amazon founder Jeff Bezos awarded her, as a music star and philanthropist, $100 million. Wrote a check to Dolly for $100 million as part of the Bezos Courage and Civility Award, and she had plans to use that money in some very specific ways. Any one of these things that I've just mentioned here would be a remarkable achievement for any one human being. I've read through 9 of them here, okay? Well, as you look back and say, she wrote this song, I Will Always Love You, and if you read the lyrics and all of that and listen to the song, it's a powerful, heartfelt, loving song. And that heart, that good heart, if you will, then has guided her through this amazing career. So she's a beloved figure and a significant cultural icon. And I'm glad that she's on planet Earth. Don't know her personally, but I feel very connected to this wonderful human being.
I'd like to do a song for you now that I wrote. This is a song that I had out a few months back, and hope maybe you might enjoy this one. In everybody's life, there's a special person, a person that you love more than you love anybody else. This is a song about that special person in my life. It's called I Will Always Love You. If I should stay, thank you, I would only of the way, and I will always love you. I will always love you. Bittersweet memories, that's all I am taking with me. Goodbye, please don't cry, 'cause we both know that I'm not what you need. But I will always love you. You kind, and I hope that you have all that you ever dreamed of, and I wish you joy, and I wish you lots of happiness. Oh, but above all of this, I wish you love. Thank you. Thank you so much. We'll be right back after this commercial. Thank you.